guys, welcome back to my channel. Yay, it's a tag video and I'm so excited. I have been wanting to just do a tag video, get a little silly. I put it on my list as soon as I saw Annette's Makeup Corner. Annette did this video, she did this tag, and I think it's a pretty old tag. It was created by Lacey from Spooky Hips and Fat Lips, and I saw Annette do this and I immediately knew that I had to do it because I just loved it, and I wrote it on my list. And then so many people were creating new tags and I wanted to do those, and then I kind of forgot about this one, and I'm not sure exactly when it was created, but I know it was a while ago because Annette did it in November because I just went back and looked. But yeah, I guess I'll just jump into it. The first question is, how often do you wash your makeup brushes / sponges? I actually, let me start with the good thing. I wash my sponge every time before I use it. I always make sure I wash it, and I use a bar of soap and I wash it in my sink and scrub everything off of it. My brushes, on the other hand, I am not quite as good with. I don't really use brushes for cream products that often unless I forget to wet my sponge and I'm too lazy to go do it, and then I will, but then I don't typically use those again until I've cleaned them. But any eyeshadow brushes or powder brushes or anything, typically I only clean every few weeks, to be honest. I always, wipe them off and stuff, but like actually cleaning them, it could possibly only be like once a month when it comes down to like actually scrubbing them clean. So that's embarrassing. Let's move on to question number 2. How do you organize your makeup collection? So I have a few different things. I have a huge thing here full of like liquid lipsticks, and then I've got one of these that has bullet lipsticks in it, and I've got my brushes here and my eyeliners and mascaras, and mostly like all the stuff I use pretty frequently, except my bucket of Project Pan items is its own thing, and I actually use those probably more than anything else just because I want to work on my Project Pan, and that's another thing I need to do, is an update for that. And then I have some stacking like plastic drawers that are like, the tall, long thing that holds the rest of my makeup that I don't use often or really ever, because I also have a drawer right here down below me with all of my eyeshadows and stuff like that in it. So yeah, I have not the best organization, and I do try really hard to keep my makeup fairly organized so that I know where everything is. But all right, number 3. Do you put your makeup products away after you are done using them or leave them out for tomorrow? So here's my thing. I film in my guest room, which has now just become my makeup room basically, and we have like all of our art stuff in here and some, storage. But no, I don't put it away. This is making me feel great about myself. Usually I put away, my brushes as I use them because I have everything right here. But a lot of times, especially if I'm trying to rush to get my like base makeup done so I can film an eye look, or if I'm just filming a video, I'm just setting things down and not putting it away where it goes. And I know that it's all basically right here and I should just put it away. But then usually I will come back into this room later in the day for one reason or another, and then see my table and realize, okay, yeah, it's time to put this all away. And then I'll put it all away so I can make a mess with it next time. So I do put it away, just not like right when I'm done with it most of the time. But there are things, like if I'm using anything from my Project Pan bucket or anything like that, for some reason that's like automatic for me to just throw that item back into that bucket. But other stuff kind of just gets laid about, like, my brow pencil's right here, and there's a random brush and a mascara and some tweezers. But like some stuff I do put away. It's weird. I don't know. Number 4 is loose or pressed powders. So I mainly enjoy pressed powders. Even when it comes to setting my face, I typically have been using a pressed powder with a wet sponge, and I really like that because it doesn't make me look all powdery. But for a while I was using loose powders, which is why I have a few of them over there in those drawers. And I don't mind them, I just am still, I don't know. I've had really dry skin and I feel like the pressed powders have just been better. But I have been experimenting a little bit with loose highlighters, and I have a loose blush. So I don't know. I mainly use pressed powders. I'm just now starting to try other items. Number 5, do you ever fall asleep without taking your makeup off? So lately, over the past year, maybe 2 years, I have been taking my makeup off every single night. A lot of times, honestly, I don't even leave it on until night because I touch my face a lot, and like once I'm done filming a video or doing whatever it is I need to do, I typically just take my makeup off because I've also been trying to take better care of my skin, and if I don't need to leave it on all day, then I try not to. And even if I'm having a really bad pain day and I'm just in bed and I don't want to get up and wash my makeup off, I always make sure that I use like 15 makeup wipes and take all of my skin off with them because I scrub so hard with those, which is not good either. But most nights I do my full skincare routine every single night or afternoon or whenever it is that I take my makeup off. Number 6, what makeup rules do you like to break? Well, you guys know that I don't believe in makeup rules, so there really are no rules for me to break because I can do whatever the hell I want. But I did do a video where I used only shimmer eyeshadows on my eyes to create an eyeshadow look, because that's one thing I always hear people talking about is you gotta put mattes in the crease, shimmers on the lid, and I'm gonna put whatever color I want no matter if it's a matte or a shimmer, and that's just what I'm gonna do. So I feel like I don't break any rules because there are no rules to break, right? Just do whatever the hell you want. Number 7, will you use a product even if it's cracked or broken? Well, I have had some eyeshadows crack on me to the point where they make a huge mess, and I just try to like get that shadow out of that palette. But I have a powder in, is this part of my project pan? It might not even be part of my project pan. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte Powder, and it is completely broken, like real bad. But I bought, because I figured my skin is dry, I don't need matte, so I just got the CoverGirl Clean pressed powder, and for some reason this one I could pick up with a sponge really well, and I love the way it looks on my face. This one I can't use with a sponge, and the other reason I like to use a wet sponge is because it just doesn't leave that powdery look on my face, because I hate that. So I have been using this one. As cracked as it is, I just tap my sponge in there and use that, and I'm probably going to use it until it's gone. I mean, I lose pieces of it every time I use it, but yeah. So that's your answer to that question. Number 8, do you wait to hit pan on a product completely before you replace it? Yes and no. There are certain things that I've hit pan on that I'm still trying to use up and that I haven't replaced, but also, I mean, does this only apply to pressed powders because it's hitting pan? Because I don't wait until I run out of one foundation to try another one usually, because if my skin color changes, which I have been trying to mix things and make everything I have work, so I haven't really bought many new things. But when it comes to like eyeshadows and lipsticks and stuff like that, no. But for my normal like face powder products, I mean, there's not really any point to me to buy all this other stuff when I have them, because it's not stuff I'm really interested in trying a whole bunch of new products for. Like, I'm not going to go buy a bunch of bronzers to try them all out. You know, the one I have, I like it and I use it, and I'm going to use it until it's gone. Number 9, how do you feel about sharing makeup? And this all depends. I'm not gonna, you know, share my lipstick with somebody on the street that is walking by, but I will, you know, with friends and stuff. I have no issue with sharing really anything. I mean, mascara is the one thing that I'm always iffy about because you never know, like so much mascara gets into bacteria. No, so much bacteria gets into mascara, and I don't know, that's the one thing that I'm a little bit weird about, but I will say that I have also shared mascaras before, so I don't know. If it's my friends, like I'm not a weirdo about germs like that, which I probably should, but like my friend group is a very close-knit group and there's only a few of us, and then also like family, I'll share stuff with family. Number 10, how do you feel about buying or trading used makeup? I don't really have an opinion on this. I don't really think that I would buy used makeup unless it was from somebody I know, but I also, like my brother's girlfriend Lacey, you guys know she gives me makeup fairly often, and sometimes she has used it and tried it and not liked it, or just doesn't get enough use out of it. So I mean, I'll take stuff that she has used before and that doesn't bother me, but I'm not gonna go shopping around for used makeup. I have looked on sites that I can't think of the names of right now, Poshmark and things like that, and I have browsed, but I've never like felt the urge to buy anything, especially because I feel like the prices aren't that different anyway, so I may as well buy it new. But if I found something that was like a really good deal and it's something that I wanted to try, meaning like eyeshadow, probably, I don't know that I would buy anything else that's been used. But I've never bought used makeup, so I don't know. I don't think that I ever will, but maybe I will. And I think if anybody wants to sell their used makeup and there's people out there that want to buy it, then why not do it? Because make money back for the money you spent, you know? I mean, it's kind of the same with a lot of things, you know? People bring clothes to the thrift store or whatever, you know? So, yeah. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me at all. I've just never done it. 11, how often do you declutter makeup? So I actually declutter pretty often, because if I have things that I know I'm not going to use anymore, I'm not just going to keep them sitting around here. So I have given things to friends and family and my daughter. I give a lot of stuff to my daughter. I have thought several times about like saving up enough stuff to do a declutter video, but it's not that I have given away that many items, so I feel like with even all of the stuff I've given away, it's not enough to make a full video about it. So at the point I'm at right now, I just, as I find things, I just give that one thing away. So it's not like I'm giving like bags of stuff over to somebody or anything like that. But when I get to that point, I wouldn't mind like doing a declutter video, but I do not like to have things just sitting around when somebody else could be using them, because makeup does expire, people. We all know I follow those rules. Number 12, do you use your fingers to apply makeup? For a few things. Well, I like to apply shimmer eyeshadows with my fingers, as long as I don't have like fake nails on. I do use my fingers to apply just shimmer eyeshadows, not like matte ones. And then also, if I'm doing like a cream highlighter or something, I'll use my fingers. And then I actually like to, this is a BB cream, I'm actually wearing it today. I've been wearing this pretty often because I'm trying to save my IT Cosmetics, my CC cream for the summer because it has a good SPF in it. Oh, and like eyeshadow primer sometimes I do with my finger, or I'll use my sponge, but this BB cream, I have just been applying some to my hand and then kind of rubbing it all into my face and then just putting on a tiny bit of concealer. And I actually like the way it applies like that because there isn't a lot of coverage to a BB cream, obviously. So I feel like if I use a sponge or a brush, it does nothing, but I feel like massaging it into my skin, like on top of my primer and stuff. But I don't know, I feel like that works pretty good with my fingers, so I have been using my fingers to apply that, but a regular foundation, no. 13, what products, if any, do you hoard in your purse, /bag, /backpack, etc.? To be honest with you, I don't really. I usually put whatever lipstick I'm wearing for the day into my purse when I leave the house in case I need to touch it up, but in chapstick. But other than that, I don't really bring any makeup products with me, but I also have a very small purse, and it really only fits like my wallet and a couple of things. But I really don't think I would if I had a bigger purse either, because I never touch up my makeup while I'm out, or I'm never out long enough to feel like I need to, so I don't really keep any makeup. Not much at all. 14, what is your least favorite step in your makeup routine? I would have to say my brows. I do not like doing my brows, and I've noticed that recently, and I feel like I just can't get it right. They never look the same, which drives me crazy because I need it to look the same. It just has to. And I feel like then I do my brows and then do a little bit more of my makeup, and then my brows look messed up, and then I have to touch up my brows, and no, I don't enjoy the brow step. And I also do that like before eyeshadow and everything, and every time my husband sees me before I have like my whole face done, he just laughs at me and makes fun of me for my eyebrows, and yeah, I don't like it. I don't like doing them. This is the last question, number 15. What is your worst makeup memory? I don't really think I have like a really bad makeup memory. I mean, I've had plenty of days where nothing is looking right on me, and I feel like I don't know how to do my makeup anymore, and then I just end up washing it off and not wearing makeup for that day, and then trying again the next day. But I don't know that I have really a bad memory with makeup. I mean, just looking back on some of my like first videos I did doing makeup, not good. Those are not good. I mean, I just remember how awful I used to do my makeup, and those are all bad memories. That was the last question in this tag, and I love tag videos. I love watching them. I love doing them. I think it's kind of a nice little break sometimes in between to just have some fun, answer some questions. No pressure. I will have Lacey, Spooky Hips and Fat Lips. I'll have her video linked in the description box. I had to go back far to find that one because I'm pretty sure this is a really old tag. I would love to make my own tag, but I feel like I could never come up with good questions because I doubt myself all the time, and I'm like, oh, that sucks, that sucks, that sucks. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day. And I'll also link Annette's video, as if you haven't all seen it already, but I will link her video as well, because she is the first person I saw do this tag, and she's kind of what made me want to do it, because I feel like I would never, at least at first, when I first saw her video, I was at that place where I'm like, nope, no one's gonna know about how messy I am and how I never clean my brushes. But, you know, we're all human, and at least I have time to film a video or put makeup on my face. So that is good for me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time.